All right. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. Today is Wednesday, September 24th. Let's get going. Let's start charting things up. Do the best analysis we can. Prepare the best we can. Prepare for market open. Prepare for 10 a.m. news. I believe there's 10 a.m. news. And then take the best trade we can when opportunity presents itself. Other than that, there's nothing else we can do. It's all out of our control. But we're going to keep showing up. So, hopefully you guys are all doing good. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. And, one thing I'm going to try and figure out how to do is I want to pre-record my short form videos on the weekend. So that way I can get more sleep, have more time for other things. And I think that's going to be a big help for me to, feel good in the mornings, not be too tired. But guys, it's really easy to get too tired when I come home from work during the day because I work during the day. So anyway, guys, let's jump into what we have going on for today. And I'm going to pull up all the different trading platforms and all of that, right? And let's move this over here. There we go. Yo, what up, Kirk? We should be live. The mic should be working. All right, yeah, mic's working. But yeah, good morning, Kirk. Hopefully you are doing good. As I was just saying, right? I'm getting everything set up. Today hopefully should be a good day because it's it's a Wednesday. We have news at 10 a.m. and we're just going to start preparing, chart the best we can, do the best analysis we can, and then when opportunity presents itself, hopefully take the best trade that we can. I don't know why my trading view is not loading, but anyway, I'm going to pull up my trading, and I have to reset the daily loss limits because yesterday I changed them, and from now on I will no longer be changing those ever because I don't need to anymore, because I'm changing my rule to where I can only take a trade in New York session, which simplifies it so that way I don't have to change the daily loss limits like ever at all, which just keeps it simple for me. And I think simplicity kind of just wins. Even though maybe there's opportunity outside of New York session, I'd rather just keep things simple. So we're going to reset these to 600 and keep them there. And yeah, just keep things simple. But yeah, we're about to start charting in just a second. I'm trying to get TradingView loaded. It's kind of being a pain. Let me switch over to the screen. Let's try and pull it up one more time. Oh, I opened the wrong thing. No. Okay. TradingView getting pulled up. And the other thing I was thinking is I'm going to have Apex on the left-hand side of the screen, Top Step on the right-hand side of the screen. So that way I can execute it as fast as possible. All right. New York, New York, if you can trade it, you can make it anywhere. I think that's how the song goes. I don't know. I don't know what song you're referring to, but I like it. I like it. Alright, I'm trying to set up the trade following real quick because I just want to make sure that's set up. Okay, we are good with that. Alright. Just checking one last time. Hey, what up, Amish? Animesh? Hang on just a second while I'm checking to make sure the follower account is set up correctly, and then yeah, we're gonna start charting in just 1 second. Okay, let's go ahead and start charting up and see what we got going on. So, I didn't do a ton of pre-market analysis today, but one thing I did note is that we perfectly rebalanced this range to right to premium. You can see that happened perfectly. Bro, how can we talk, can we talk in Instagram? I'm not able to get your Instagram. You can talk to me. I don't use Instagram that much. You can add me on Instagram. It's just Jake Trades It, but I hardly ever use Instagram. I mostly use Discord. So just go to my Discord and you can message me on there. And you can also just message me anywhere, to be honest. And I'll respond. Like TikTok, I'll respond. But Discord, it's the easiest for me to do on Discord. Because that's where most everyone else messages me on. Otherwise, I might forget. But if you want to do something else, I'll respond. I just might forget. Okay. So, like I was saying, we perfectly rebalanced this range. And, I'm going to put hang on, let me show you my other screen. Let's put these side by side real quick. This is the first time I've done this, and I'm excited to do it. So I just want the buttons, right? And the nice thing is I have the stop losses set automatically, so it's gonna automatically stop me out. Delete this. 3333. It's always important to make sure everything's set up correctly. Alright, back to the screen. Did you review yesterday's price action? Bro, yesterday I was feeling terrible. I got home from work and I was not in the mood, bro. I wish I did, but, I'm a human being. What can I say? So, we'll have to review it later this week. But, anyway, the first thing I noticed is we perfectly rebalanced this range back to premium. We had this 15-minute gap here. And so I already took note of this in my journal, right? We have in my journal... Where's Discord? We might need to open up a new tab for Discord. So, opening up Discord here. This is where I kind of put my notes for the day. I have a specific journal specifically for taking notes, and I'm just waiting for it to load. Okay, then yeah, so this is kind of what I noted, right? We had this 15-minute for value gap, and we rebalanced this range, and then we had a 1-minute Phoenix model at the top. Check this out, right? I showed this in my journal already, but we had, hang on. You guys will note that Phoenix model will usually occur right at the high, or at the high of the market maker model. Okay. So this is our higher time frame PD array. So 1-minute Phoenix model will usually occur at the high, and then 2022 model will occur after we break structure. So check this out, right? I already marked out the rejection block, so you guys can see that here, right? Rejection block. It was a 1-minute rejection block as well, but 1-minute rejection block, and then as well, then we had a 2022 model where I like this displacement leg. Maybe you could use this entire leg here. I'd measure that like that, and then yeah, nice little fair value gap in premium of this. So that's kind of cool, right? So 2022 fair value gap, 1 minute. And then as well, 1-minute rejection block with S&T. So 15-minute is our hard time frame PD rate. 1-minute rejection block is our Phoenix model here, because Phoenix model occurs before the 2022 model, because Phoenix model is gonna validate the model into existence in the first place, right? That's Phoenix model validates the SMT, which validates the model, and then we'll get 2022 model after, right? Makes sense. So people enter at the rejection block and at consequent encroachment, then retracement to the fair value gap. So, and then also note how look how algorithmic this rejection block looks. It looks like this was used by like an algorithm, or like high frequency traders, or an algorithm generated this wick specifically for the Phoenix model. They generated it specifically for Phoenix model, right? And they had it take out all these stop losses so they know they can re-enter here, taking liquidity to target lower, because people that got stopped out are going to want to buy back within this wick, right? It's just human psychology. Real quick, let's see if this is a gold block dealing range, right? Because if so, if this was in the rejection block partition and then this was in the fair value gap partition, that'd be pretty cool, right? It would just show us that we're definitely in line with the market, if it was. And I think it will be. We just have to drag it down one. See how, look, rejection block and the rejection block partition. See that? we sweep liquidity into the high of the dealing range, and then break of structure, and then a fair value gap formed in the fair value gap partition. You see that? That's cool. That's actually really cool. So we're definitely running on a gold block range here. So the low of the dealing range could definitely be a target. Definitely want to keep our eye out on that low. But yeah, see this rejection block? It started out forming in the rejection block partition. We break structure, come to the fair value gap partition, and then we sweep liquidity into the liquidity sweep partition. So everything checks out. So we could definitely be running down to the dealing range low, but also, we should look at other things as well. Come on. Let me save this. It's also possible, we could reverse to go higher, but this objectively this did hold for at least a little bit. Come on, let me screenshot. So it's important to make sure we're charting everything live because, we're still, unfortunately, I'm still looking at past price action, which I need to be looking at live price action, right? That's kind of what forward testing is for looking at what's going on right this exact second. So I'm working on that, but I'm kind of just also leading up into what we have going on for the day. We forgot to post news. I'm from India and TikTok isn't available. Oh no. But yeah, very obviously running within this dealing range here. So, okay, come on. Why are you slow? Why are you being slow? So, we know that was a high probability Phoenix model because it occurred within, the rejection block partition. So, I kind of like that idea because we rebalance this range. So maybe we do drop down to this low. Is that Asia low? Yeah, that we have London and Asia low below. So this idea actually checks out. Asia low below, London low below. We might need to be ready for a trade soon because I'm not gonna lie, this is looking like pretty obvious that we're going to go, maybe go down there. We have previous days low as well. So yeah, I definitely could see us running through all these. Especially because we did have that 12-hour inversion for value gap. Now, then again, higher time frames bullish. We have to keep that in mind. I could totally be offside here. I very well might be. This could definitely. We definitely want to look at everything, right? Because at this point, this could be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We have 1 minute change in state right there. Bang. Okay, so we tapped that 1 minute change in state perfectly. Note as well, where does change in state occur, guys? Where does our flow state model occur? Where does flow state model occur? Flow state model occurs within our order block partition. What's a change in state delivery? A change in state delivery is an order block. So Flow state occurs within the flow state partition. Phoenix model occurs within the Phoenix partition. Fervali gap forms within the Fervali gap partition, right? All of our models kind of form where they're supposed to. I don't know if that made sense, but what I'm saying is this is an order block. It formed at the order blocks at the spot. So that's where flow state is literally just trading an order block because we're trading a change in state of delivery, which is an order block, right? For 2022 is trading a fair value gap. Phoenix is trading a rejection block. You guys get what I'm saying? So everything is lining up in the correct spot is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we had that 15-minute fair value gap. We have 1 minute change in state. We ended up going to that third standard deviation so far. Went to the second and then the third. NWOG? Oh yeah, we gotta look at NWOG. You know what would be kind of cool? I'm not necessarily saying that it's high probability, but like maybe we came up to our sniper model and then we hit a sniper model trade down to the low of the dealing range. I don't think that's a high probability trade, but maybe, right? Making it gold, show it's like a gold block dealing range. Actually, no, let's just not do that. That's stupid. I want to put that we rebalance the premium in my notes, but I do not have time for that. Yeah, I want to look at the NWOG. Come on. Oh, you know what? I can actually use snipping tool like this. Because I'm not saving it to my folder. Okay, this is actually being really slow. I might need to restart my computer. You guys think I should restart my computer? Kind of thinking I should. This is not ideal. And I think when I restart my computer, it'll go faster. Yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer. Okay, guys. This is too slow.